Hello, this is Randy Hole of a video response that was a request from Bonnie and Clyde Legion to state what I consider a secret to success, or my secret to success. Well, my only problem with it, I don't really consider myself to be successful. In fact, I seem better at helping other people become successful than myself. But I'm working on that. But I do have some concepts that I've followed over the years. And one thing is to be true to your art. I once knew a poet who at a coffee shop went around asking everyone there what they would like to hear in poetry. And then he would write his poetry based on what the mob or the masses wanted to hear. Now, to me, based on my definition of what art is, that's not art. Art, to me, is the view of the artist. And it's important that it be the view of the artist because it allows other people to see a specific, independent view of reality that comes from that artist, which helps to inform them. And this is also tied to my concepts of the universe, that we're all part of the universe, and that each individual has their own different view of the universe, and by sharing it gives the overall universe a better view of what's going on, and it helps to share information. So be true to your own art. There is only going to be one you, and the world has a right to know who that you is, who you are. They have a right to know who you are. I've also written some poems over the years. I'd like to share 2 or 3 of them with you that state what I think is important to success. One is called Enlightenment. It's important to get a good education. The more you know, the more you can deal with the real world around you. The more intelligence you have, the easier it is for you to deal with the world. And as you get older, it becomes more important because you're not as physically strong, and you have to use your mind more to succeed as you get older. Anyway, this is called Enlightenment. You can satisfy your constant yearning. Reach for the stars, the future bright. Let knowledge still your passion burning. School yourself, your future building. Spread your wings like birds in flight. You can satisfy your constant yearning. Set your course, your journey waiting. Undiscovered treasure promises delight. Let knowledge still your passion burning. Fill yourselves with the wind of learning. Steer your course to the future bright. You can satisfy your constant yearning. Claim your prize, the treasure shining. Become the light in the ignorant night. Let knowledge still your passion burning. School yourself, your future shining. And God said, let there be light. You can satisfy your constant yearning. Let knowledge still your passion burning. So, education is good, and it never stops. I don't care how old you are, 16, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80 years old. Learning never stops. Another poem I wrote is called Success. There are certain types of people who reach out for success and become successful. And there are certain traits, and this is one of them. This is called success. There are those unsatisfied with leaving their lives to fate. Their pursuit of happiness demands that they design the graph upon their lifeline's mortal slate. When one's decision to take one's destiny into hand leads to a success in values achieved by way of lifetime plan, then legends appear. Such stories we often relate. I believe history will confirm it is the denial of fate that is the source of a term fatalists truly hate. The volition implied by spoken words some would love to ban. Such words are simply self-made woman, self-made man. People who are successful have lifetime plans. They plan their future and they work toward it every day. It's just a fact. Another one is for the ladies. I've always had a great fondness and love in my heart for women. I love them dearly. Um, and I wrote this years ago for women who want to be successful. It's called Stance. She stood, her head raised, looking up the hill. She stood while envisioning what she wanted and the price she would pay to make it real. In present time, many years spent, she stands again where she stood before having performed her work, the price, building her career. Sometimes slow, but steady, she shaped its form, similar to the way masons had built her new home. Now, with head raised high, she admires her achievement, standing her ground. You got to stand your ground. You have to be true to yourself. Stand your ground. Know what you want from life. Work toward it. And don't let anyone tell you you cannot succeed. And if you set your goals high, and let's say you achieve half of them, look what you've achieved compared to someone who has no goals at all. Look how much you will have achieved if you just achieve half of them. That's the key to success. Maybe one day it'll work for me. Well, anyway, have a good day. Bonnie, Clyde, love you. You're in my heart. Have a good day.